Hey everyone, welcome to Choose Your Own Tarot, and this is my first video, so forgive the quality of the video, but we all start from somewhere. So it's appropriate that I start with the Choose Your Own Adventure, the tarot deck for this channel, just because of the title. Actually, the title was inspired by the series, obviously. The title of my channel, it is. Now, the reason why I want to start with this particular deck is because it's one of my most recent purchases. Also because I really liked the series as a kid. For those of you who don't know, it was one of those series where you kind of have to make the choices for your character. Let's say you want your character to open a door, then you go to page 21. If you want him to, I don't know, stay in the room, you go to page 45, and so on. So I think that is a wonderful theme for the tarot because tarot, after all, is kind of like a choose an adventure kind of deal, right? We go to tarot when we want to inform our actions, see more clearly, maybe be inspired, we want an explanation, and that kind of thing. So it kind of helps guide our next step, if you will. So yeah, great theme for a tarot deck. Now, does this deck work as a tarot deck? Well, not for me. Now, let me start with a positive. Okay, first of all, the nostalgia factor is there. You know, the same font of the title of the name of the series. This line here and the line work of the drawings is very similar to the style of the books, of the Choose Your Own Adventure books. But I feel like this is a huge missed opportunities. The reason why I like the Choose Your Own Adventure series is because there was so much variety in that series. You know, there was horror, there was sci-fi, time travel, adventure, of course, and it would have been interesting to see a deck that reflected all of that. You know, maybe they could have used, I don't know, like time travel for the Pentacles, I don't know, more historical, and fantasy for the Cups, and so on. Instead, what they decided to do, well, let me see if I can get this card out of the, what I decided to do is to go for the same style pretty much for the entire deck. And in a way, I think that really is extremely distracting, or maybe I should say it's really not conducive to good readings. Let me explain. First of all, the characters, they all wear this purple uniform, like we are in some sort of galactic dictatorship or something, and everybody is forced to wear these uniforms. And that is ironic because if you go through the cards, you can see that obviously there was some effort, to represent diversity, which is fine if you want to do that. Now, my extremely personal opinion is that if you want to represent diversity in the tarot deck, absolutely fine. But I don't think it should come at the expense of the energy and of the meaning of the card. And there are some examples in this deck, I think, that really are very striking to me, not in a good sense, in a way that they kind of like distort, or at least kind of cloud the meaning of the card. And by the way, this is the only card where there is a person that does not have the proportions, should I say, of all the other cards. So everybody has the same lean figure, and this is the only card. For some reason, the Magician, they chose to go with a different style. But everybody else has the same uniform, the same body type. So what I was trying to say earlier, so yeah, variety is fine, diversity is fine, when it is at the service of the tarot deck at a tarot meeting. Here it means like it was imposed in a way. It was uninspired. Also, it had nothing to do with the theme of the deck, because this is Choose Your Own Adventure. I don't remember reading those books having any diversity in them. Definitely the characters did not wear this uniform. Here looks like we're some sort of like Starship Troopers kind of like situation. So I really don't know why they went this route. And also, this looks, all the characters are young. It looks like, which I guess is the target for this book series, which is fine. So, I mean, they're, but it's also uninspiring. I mean, look at these expressions of the king and the queen. These kids look, they're bored out of their minds, and they can't wait to get out of this, you know, cheap theater reenactment of the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. And honestly, that's the energy of the deck that it gives to me. I don't see a lot of passion. The meanings don't jump off of the card like I would like. There's a little bit of emotion here and there, but overall, very, very flat, very samey. No difference between major and minor arcana. I mean, definitely not in a backpack. Okay. It really doesn't work for me. I mean, okay, this is a little bit more interesting. At least there's a mirror. That's an interesting idea for the devil. A little bit of movement, a little bit of passion there, but I mean, that's very rare. Oh my God, is this the Lover's card? Okay. Yeah, sure, there's two people looking into each other's eyes, but this is so gloomy. Anyways, you get the picture. All right, well, here's another example, the Emperor. Now, this Emperor does not give the image of authority to me. And that's even not considering the wheelchair. What is holding an apple? He's holding an apple in this pastoral landscape close to this river. I hope he doesn't fall off. He's very, very close to the water. I mean, again, it doesn't really, I mean, it was a very, I'm sorry, this is really not a good tarot deck for me. I mean, again, if you want to choose representation, fine, but do it well. And also make sure it doesn't get in the way of the meaning of the card. Just to have a character in a wheelchair and an occasional, only one actually, overweight person, and maybe have like a gay couple in the Lover's card, does not make this deck diverse. Everybody's wearing the same uniform. Most of them have the same bland expression. This is not tarot. I'm sorry. This is not, for me, it's not a usable, sure it is a tarot deck, but it's not a usable tarot deck for me. Gosh, I was a little bit negative, wasn't I? Sorry, but that's my honest opinion, and I hope this is what the rest of the channel is going to be. Don't worry, there's many, many tarot decks I absolutely adore, and I will make sure to feature them as well. But I want to start with this one because the name of my channel is because I was so disappointed. This could have been so good. This could have been so good, but unfortunately it wasn't. All right, well, if you agree or disagree, feel free to comment and subscribe. Bye-bye.